Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Man at YouTube with another model video. Building, unboxing and reviewing the Bandai Plannosaurus Velociraptor workshop kit version. Unavailable for sale and can only be received at official Bandai events, pop-ups, cons, with a workshop teaching and promoting the hobby. It's highly unusual, or very improper, stolen, to be found unconsumed, unbuilt, outside of this environment. In promoting the Plannosaurus line, you get a plastic cover containing instructions and two ABS styrene hybrid runners that are multi-coloured injection moulded with clear components and full colour tutorial isometric instructions. It's more 3D educational toy than model kit and completely toolless, only needing to push the parts out with your fingers gently. The extras I am doing is sanding the tiny, almost invisible nub and gluing components together for permanent adhesion. It's very easy. The instructions have a lot of English and it holds your hand for the majority of the time. It starts with the head. The upper skull is in two halves and clicks together. It is snap fit. The lower jaw is on a hinge and articulated but needs to be closed to be encased in the head. The spine is very neatly sandwiched between the rib cage. It's not visible, but it slots in quite easily. The tail tacks on with a hinge. Don't be fooled, it's not articulated. Very clever in its design with its precision fit, no seams, followed by the attachment and assembly of the limbs. This workshop version kit program used to be called the Caravan kit program. Best bit, you get to keep the model after you've built it. Prevents aftermarket sales. The best bit is this awesome diorama slot. Somewhere between a wargaming mini and larger scale models of old. The rest of the video will be breaking away from the scope and intent of the project and doing things our way. I'll be painting the model and taking an approach that's completely different and outside of what I usually do, but definitely have always wanted to do with a clear model or models with clear parts and cutaways. A trend that was popular long ago with master grade Gundam models. I will be painting the project with automotive grade lacquers that are colour matched to Mr. Hobby paints. Through the Neo Eco airbrushes and automotive lacquer thinner, thinned to the viscosity of near water and dusted on or shaded at low PSI of around 11 to 13. At this stage I'm only painting the skeleton and achieving definition through shading, starting with a fleshy dark brown, a bone colour and highlights of white. The diorama is three tones of various earths and soil dirt colours. Dabbing on a little bit of PVA glue and applying static grass and flock as foliage and plant matter. The skeleton got a sludge wash with Tamiya accent colour, allowed to dry, and a top coat with matte clear. All of these little touches given this Jurassic Park cheap toy looking kit into something with far more shadowing and definition, like a skeleton on display in a museum. It was not a lot of work. It does look like a finished polish piece. Can call it quits, but we are not done yet, especially with these clear components. They are the flesh of the dinosaur and snap on around its body. It's depicting a later understanding of what a raptor is, oversized chicken with feathers. Then the depicted CGI version from cartoons and Spielberg's movie of old 90s and before. It's meant to show the internals and a shadow outside, though due to how much detail and how thick the plastic is, it's very frosted and distorted. Kinda cool, but again, very toy-like, which I'm not happy with as a finished piece. Dismantling the flesh again, My intent is to do a cutout, half a painted dinosaur, half showing the internals and skeleton. I'm a greedy individual and want to have my cake and eat it. The question was keeping half of the clear shell or completely discarding it, and after cooking and thinking about it for long enough, I decided to discard. Also, being clear, I can be way more experimental and different, as we've got no idea what a dinosaur looks like and can only theorize with findings and calculations. I'm not up to date with these studies. I just got the same tism that everybody else has in liking trains and dinosaurs. Then I got paralysed with the issue of what colour do I choose. Gundams and tanks, you get a history range, a few fantasy options, but there are restrictions. Google brought me every colour palette possible. Anyway, I'm painting inside the shell. Started with some stripes and chose yellow, the lightest colour in the middle, reverse shading then the outside shell, middle colour and then the darkest colour. Painted fleshy colours on top of that and a pearlescent on the outside, finishing with a sludge wash. Painting the eye on either side of the face, and thankfully it came out loosely how I envisioned it, and discarding the clear piece, even though it is some advanced engineering, was the right move to do. It looks cheap, but in how expensive it normally is in other kits, it was very hard to discard. With the biggest hurdle of this project, the mental and emotional barrier of tackling something new, as this is my first dinosaur. It is a field you can be incredibly creative with. When it comes to the old hip pocket, I've been completely uninterested in the Plannosaurus range, walking past it on the shelf in the hobby shop and not paying attention to any releases online. Thus, I know absolutely nothing about them and haven't experienced the inner skeleton and how intricate, interesting and the little diorama it comes with until I've tried this sample kit, and it's done its job and has piqued and intrigued my interest. If I didn't have an established backlog and interest, something I may have pursued further, though choosing not to. I did have a lot of fun and absolutely love this project. Very glad I've experienced it and very, very pleased with the outcome. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. Check out the description section for references and social media, and we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.